The Omnium itself, 4 disciplines, starting with the scratch race. Then we'll have the tempo event, then the elimination, and then finishing off with a points race. All of the riders, as they cross the line, racing for points here. So it'll be conducted as a normal scratch race, but first place across the line will get 40 points, and then so on and so forth down to the last riders across the line. So 28 laps to go, no attacks just yet. Very nervous opening laps in the men's Omnium.
In the top 5 places in each of those, if you're serious about flying, as the attacks start to go, and it's Oscar Nielsen Julian from...
And the first of our real attacks now. 20 laps to go, and we have 5 riders trying to come together off the front of the peloton, and you can see the field themselves really starting to string out now. Oscar Nielsen it was that went on the attack for France, and he has dragged 3 riders with him. Le Mans is there, and we can see Peter Moore fighting hard to try and come across. This is a big effort from Peter Moore from the USA, if he can get there. And the crowd are getting behind Peter Moore because he has been able to bridge the gap. That was a really strong performance from him. But now they're a little bit messy up there as well, as Le Mans has swung up. The Italian swung up and got out of the way. So he's going to come back to the peloton. Oscar Nielsen is still out there, the man that really did force the tempo. It's Colby Lang in that multicoloured blue and yellow jersey that's with him. Solid ride from Nielsen from France. Keeps driving the pace. Lang in second, and now Moore. But he is going to be forced to have to come through and waste some more energy. He was just hoping to get a little bit of a rest on the back of the 3 riders out in front, but it's not going to happen. And you can see really starting to struggle because he's put in such a big effort to this point. And the catch is about to be made. So 3 riders have gone ahead of the peloton 1 lap up. They'll be racing for the top points at the end of this, but they may have a group of 4 that are not too far from joining them as well. Well, maybe I've spoken too soon. Just as they were onto the back of the bunch, the 2 Americans, Moore and Lang, really starting to struggle and going off the back, and it's only Oscar Nielsen from France that has made contact. So 1 rider has gone 1 up. Still struggling with riders that are forming gaps at the back. 3 laps to go. Peloton split all around the velodrome here in Hong Kong, China. So the lap has been gained. Oscar Nielsen, the lone rider off the front of the peloton. He's just gone off the back of the peloton, but he did actually gain that lap. I'm pretty sure they have given those 3 riders, they have, you can see on the left, into the bell lap now. So we have our 3 riders that will be racing for 1st, 2nd and 3rd. We can focus on them as to see who the placings will be. But the world champion Louis Leitao and Graham Frisley are trying to come around to finish off the best they can. And Aaron Gate will get 4th place as we see the 3 of our top riders that took a lap on the field come through, and it will be the Frenchman that will get the win. So Oscar Nielsen finishes ahead of Moore and Colby Lang. So 40 laps in total. They spend the first 4 laps with no points at all until they are getting 1 point across the line. And Peter Moore will need to close the gap now, otherwise he'll be in danger of getting dropped. And there it is, close the gap down. So 6 laps across the finish line, picking up 6 points, and now the lap gain as well. So he'll go to 26. And the first point to the rest goes to Jules Hesters from Belgium. Now there's the overall leader, the winner from the scratch race. Oscar Nielsen, he wants a high position here now as well, so he gets himself 1 point with 21 laps to go. This will be the 3rd lap led by Nielsen. So the scratch race winner from the Omnium, doing really good out in front. I mean, he really did show some amazing strength in that scratch race, and that's what we're now seeing here, backing that up with a solid performance in the tempo. Now the bad news out in front of Aaron Gate leading this group is that Peter Moore from the USA is about to get caught. He will be docked 20 points. So the big effort at the start was to no avail. He was out there for 6 laps. So he will have those points still at least on his tally. So Gate now starting to take some control in this race. This will be the 4th time across the line for him. He stays in 3rd place on 4 points. Now these 3 riders not too far as Le Mans comes through. from the back of the field. Naoki Kojima from the Bridgestone Japanese trade team. Flick of the elbows there just to let Aaron Gate know that he's going to swing up the track after he crossed the line. So they picked up a point there for Kojima, and they've just got themselves into the back of the peloton. Confirmation of the riders that have now taken a lap on the field with 7 laps to go. Now Graham Frisley on 0 points. He desperately needs a good result here in the end. So he'll get 1 point as he goes across the line with the bell. He has a big enough lead that he should be able to hold on around this final lap. So that'll give him 2 points. That'll put him into equal 9th. But as he comes across the line, that will guarantee that he will be in 9th position. So there's an extra point for him. So 2 points for Frisley. Now, it did come up as Aaron Gate as the winner, but now on the scoreboard here at the Velodrome, they are saying that Oscar Nilsson got the points. So that is confirmed that he goes into the overall lead again after the scratch race. But for the tempo itself, they're also saying that he finished on 27 points with Aaron Gate on 24. Regardless, Nilsson is the overall leader, with Aaron Gate in 2nd place now. The men's Omnium riders are coming back onto the track for their elimination.
They go through this
2nd elimination lap now. And Colby Lang down the bottom in the blue and yellow. There he is. Nowhere to go, trying to keep himself in this race. He was good in the scratch race. And he will keep himself in now. That is a huge upset. Aaron Gate, 2nd overall, 2nd rider eliminated. So minimal points from Aaron Gate. That could be disastrous in the overall standings going into the points race. He is the points race world champion, but that is huge to see Aaron Gate go out so early. And the world champion in a bad position. Real desperate fight from Louis Leitao to get himself out of danger. Ooh, down the bottom, maybe Colby Lang. It was Colby Lang, number 13 from America. Graham Frisley now, 2nd last position. Leitao, the world champion. Once again finding himself in danger. Roger Kluger, 2-time World Madison champion. And it could be a real situation here for William Perrott from Great Britain, right down the very bottom of the track. And I think that's who it is. It is. So the winner of the elimination on last night's program, William Perrott from Great Britain, the next rider to go. Leitao, the world champ. Another big battle at the back. Jules Hesters from Belgium, accelerating just to make sure he had some room to go. And this, they have fanned right up the track here, and it's Sebastian Mora. He was close last time, and this time he's out. So, Nilsson from France, Hesters from Belgium, Kojima from Team Bridgestone, Japan, Aya Hashimoto, also Japanese rider, and he's looked over his shoulder to realise there's no one behind, and that is a sign that you're in a bit of trouble when you're at the back and still not sure if you're last position. So an easy elimination this time. Aya Hashimoto is gone. Oscar Nilsson Julien. He's been at the front so much in this race, really showing how strong the Frenchman is. Hester's looking really good. He was the silver medalist in the elimination outright race last night, and Hester's again putting himself in a great position here in the Omnium. And I think at the top of the track, Kojima. Oh no, it was the overall leader. Wow, Oscar Nilsson Julien. Yes, indeed. I thought it might have been Kojima at the top, but the French strong right man. Still some good points from him though. So in the overall standings, he's still in a pretty good position going into the final points race. Hesters. Leitao, the world champ from Portugal, over the top, so he will remain in the race. And Jules Hesters, silver medal in the elimination yesterday, 3rd place in the Omnium elimination here today. So down to 2. The world champ, Luri Leitão, the 25-year-old from Portugal, up against Naoki Kojima from Team Bridgestone, and Kojima goes to position number 1, and a real acceleration here from Leitão. They are on their hands and knees in the final here in the elimination. Such a difficult race to keep sprinting all the way down. And wanting some recognition from the crowd is the world champion from Portugal. That's a solid ride. Luri Leitão wins the Omnium elimination. One more discipline to come, and that is the points race. Oscar Nilsson Julien is, at the moment, 114 points. Naoki Kojima into second place overall on 106, ahead of the world champion Luri Leitão. We are underway, the final discipline within the 4-discipline event known as the Omnium. It's the 100-lap points race. Same system as we saw in the Women's Madison. Sprint every 10 laps for 5, 3, 2 and 1 point. Double points on offer for that final sprint. We focus on the first 3. Roger Kluge comes through to the bell. Simon Widstum, Francesco Lamont down the back straight. Jules Hesters is not far from catching these 3 out in front. Kluge will pick up the 5 points. Widstum from Switzerland 3, then it's Lamont, and just popping over the top of Hesters for the final point on offer was Graham Frisley. We can now see, as the breakaway has been caught, is the world champion, Leitão. He is caught in the group just behind and desperately trying to catch back on. Aaron Gate going on the attack, the points race world champion. I've been expecting something from Gate, such a strong and powerful rider in this format. And here he goes. This is an incredible opportunity for Aaron Gate. He's on his own. He's going past lapped riders. He'll come around to get 65 laps to go. Aaron Gate leads the way. He sits in 6th place on 73 points. Desperately trying to move up. Now the bell sounds. 61 laps to go. Aaron Gate will pick up the 5 points on offer. Will he then desperately try and get to the back of the field and gain the lap, get the 20 points? The peloton themselves come through to get their bell now, and it's the overall leader in Oscar Nilsson Julien that's leading the field. Gate gets the 5 points. Aaron Gate does get the lap gain, 20 points plus the 5 in that sprint, so another 25 points, and he goes up to 4th place. 51 laps to go. Gate finds himself lobbed on the front. Here comes the Frenchman. Overall leader slops into 2nd position. Doesn't need to put up too much of a fight versus Gate. He's going to increase his overall lead by finishing 2nd here. So Gate gets 5 more points, and that will put him tied in the bronze medal spot. Hashimoto, 43 laps to go, leads through. Then it's Mora, then it's Perrott and Hesters. So 5th, 6th and 8th in the standings in this group of 4 off the front, with Hashimoto, who sits in 10th place. 41 to go. Sebastian Mora leads them through. William Perrott in 2nd position. Saw a rider flash at the bottom of the screen. That's Naoki Kojima. So 2nd place overall. Won't get any points this time. Mora will pick up the 5 points ahead of Perrott, Hesters and Hashimoto. Now Aaron Gate dragging Nilsson forward, and you can see Nilsson Julien unable to contribute. So 5 riders in front, including the silver medal position, Kojima. And the chasing 3 now, catching the lead group of 5. Jules Hesters leads. Very important for the minor placings. Hesters, Mora, Perrott, and then it's the overall leader from France, Nilsson. But Hesters will pick up the 5 points. And with that acceleration, they have gone through the peloton and will be all given 20 extra points for doing so. Hansen and Rugovac lead down the back straight. Then it's the chase group that includes a really dangerous rider in Aaron Gate, the New Zealander. This is the race for first across the line. 5 points going to Hansen. Mora picks up the 2 points. So Gate put himself into outright 3rd by getting 4th in that last sprint, the 1 point that was on offer. But he's now going to have another 20 points, and he'll go right up to 144 points. William Perrott leads Jules Hesters down the back straight. Oscar Nilsson-Julien trying to get himself back up into the points and get that overall lead back again, but popping up over the top is Kojima. So 5 points going to Kojima. I think Nilsson may have picked up third place, 2 points perhaps for him. And it's a 1 point bike race coming into the final sprint. Now Oscar Nilsson-Julien, he needs points in this final sprint. He's 1 point off the lead. Aaron Gate, he's quite happy to let all of the points go up the road. Double points in the final sprint. But with this group away, the overall position is not going to change. It's Peter Moore that leads through. Aya Hashimoto from Japan coming up around the outside. There's the world champion leading the peloton through. But it's not going to change anything this final sprint. The overall standings will be as it sits at the moment as Hashimoto comes through to pick up the 10 points. But we know who wins, and that is Aaron Gate. Extraordinary. 1 point in the end, but with no points on offer from the top contenders in that final sprint. Aaron Gate comes away with gold in the Omnium. Real brilliant performance from him.